Good morning, afternoon, and evening, wherever you are, and welcome to Quips and Thwips. It has literally been a year since I have done a Quips and Thwips, and I am now back here talking about Spider Man because I am a Spider Man mark from eons ago. I am joined here by the FOMO master himself, Santa Claus. How you doing here tonight? Now that it's super late over there in the UK.
Hi, hi, hi. Merry Christmas, my friends. And yes, it is. My heating is off and the blanket is on. But I have a Spider Man shirt on because it's all about the glitz and tits, baby. And I can't wait to talk about some of this Spider Man shenanigans.
Mm-hmm. We also have some peeps in the chat. EBW says looking forward to the live stream. And then Nerdiverse, who says me too, even though he spelled it with TWO as in like two, not as in me too.
Oh,
Anyway,
yes, it's the number two.
yes. So I boiling down what we're doing here is we're just gonna kind of sit back and break down this trailer as best as possible. I want to look at some of the Spider Men that mostly not like the play by play, but the Spider Men, like the variants of Spider Man that are in this trailer, because there's quite a few of them.
Oh, excuse me.
So here, let me bring up
Oh, is this late for you, my son?
me. I mean, it's 9
Mm.
o'clock, so
Oh, that is past your bedtime most of the time.
no. Normally, I just get
Oh,
started streaming. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this up. All right. So we start down. So,
hello, Jim.
so, so I mean, in this trailer, we've got so many. There's supposed to be, they have said that there's supposed to be 150 different variants of Spider-Man in this movie. Like just hands down. So I don't know all these variants. I'm not gonna lie. I know a lot of them, but I don't know all of them. And a lot of these are just it looks like a lot of these are just different like suits of Spider-Man. Some of the most notable ones, that we've seen on here is like Steampunk Spider-Man, Steampunk Spider-Girl in this one. Um, there's the PS4 Spider-Man one that's in this trailer. You get some of those like throwaway ones that are in the background and everything like that. And I mean, it's a smorgasbord. So here's one of my big worries about this movie is that they took five pretty good variants of Spider-Man in the first game or in the first movie, and now they're kind of just like opening the floodgates in this one. And I'm kind of scared because it just seems like it's going to be the Deadpool 2, I feel like. I feel like that this is going to be the Deadpool 2 of the Spider-Man, like the animated Spider-Man movies, and I'm not super thrilled about it. I'm excited to see what they do. The first movie was great. I like Miles and Gwen, but we'll see. Xanta, what are your thoughts on the movie feeling overall with all these different Spider-Men throughout this entire trailer?
What's got me curious is the people under the mask. Are they all variants of Peter Parker?
No,
Or
because
some of them?
Spider-Man 2099 is Miguel O'Hara.
Yeah, yeah.
Spider-Girl, there's a bunch of Jessica Drew Spider-Mans, um, and stuff like that. So there's a ton. Like there is a ton.
Would and it would be variants of Miles Morales? Because I
There
know there's
probably
a
could
lot
be
of
variants of Miles Morales. I mean,
like the PS4 Spider-Man. That's Peter Parker, and
mhm.
also like that, like the one in front of us, the brown-looking one. Can you see it?
Yeah, and he's on like a cell
Uh,
phone.
is he? I thought. Yeah, I just realized. Like,
It, but
he
this is,
almost looks like he's like an ancient Egyptian Spider-Man,
I
but he's
mean,
on a cell phone.
that's the problem is that there's just a lot of throwaway Spider-Man in this trailer that I'm seeing. Here, I'm gonna play this a little bit, but I'm gonna slow it down so we can kind of look at, okay, so because look, so you can kind of see down here there's a version of Jessica Drew's Spider-Woman because you can kind of see the little arachnid symbol, which is indicative of the original red and yellow Jessica Drew outfit. Um, Back here a little bit further back, I'm gonna um
Wow, that's actually good. That's a good take actually.
um
Because look, you got the anime, you got the little Spider-Man next to the video game Spider-Man
well, technically, I think that's Miles Morales. Like, I think
from the
that's
video
supposed
game as well.
from the video game as well, I think. I mean, I'm
Mm.
not 100% sure, but it does look like the Miles Morales Spider-Man costume from the video game. But yeah, so I mean, you could see variants of Miles in here without a freaking doubt. Um,
And like, what they're doing, just walking around like they're on the street. I don't understand. Like, why are there all these different types of Spider-Man just chilling in these areas like it's like a regular day? This is like what the hell is going on?
yeah. One other well, and I'll get to this in a little, but this guy right here in like the spider armor, apparently that's supposed to be like a Bruce Banner, like Hulk spider. Like that's just what I read somewhere.
The white and black guy.
Yeah, the white and black one there in the middle. He's supposed to be like a Hulk Spider-Man or some kind of big like he's not Peter Parker. He's like Bruce Banner Spider-Man. Like he's like a Hulkling type character.
Well, I
Uh,
remember in the animated thing where they did the Spider Verse, and the Peter Parker that we've been following, he was the leader of a bunch of other Peter Parker Spider Man, and one of the Spider Man was a billionaire. He was a Peter Parker billionaire, and he had like metal armor and all of that. I'm not sure if you remember that.
Oh, I know. Yeah, the Secret War or yeah, this was like the Spider Verse version of for the animated series. It wasn't Secret Wars that came before. Um, but yeah, no, trust me, I remember. He's a billionaire. He doesn't actually have spider powers. He had the he's basically a ripoff of Iron Man. Like really, like with Spider Man, inklings or whatever.
I
Um,
understand.
So, what this one up here on the top left, I don't know if you can see my cursor. I think you can, but this spider. So there's a couple things that this Spider Woman or Spider Girl is. So this is in our trailer review. This is the Spider Girl that I was talking about. This is the one that's Mayday Parker, and actually, um, they did mention in an interview after this trailer came out that Mayday Parker is going like what I call midlife crisis Spider-Man went back to his universe, got back with Mary Jane, and had a baby, and her name is Mayday Parker. So they are really bringing in and I don't know if this is the same from the comic book that I was talking about during the review, but I'm totally stoked. This Spider Girl right here looks a lot like Mayday Parker's Spider Girl, so I'm totally stoked for all of that. Um, I don't know. Let's go. Okay, so
Wow, wow, wow! That's
yeah,
pretty cool.
so you got
Some
like
of the
mall cop.
animation looks different as well. You know,
Yeah, and so there's mall cop Spider Man. There's anime Spider Man.
Mall Cop.
Yep. There's that steampunk Spider Girl. There's this Spider Man right here that looks huge, but it might just be because he's next to this shorter girl. But I don't know. There's naked spider person down here. Like it looks. I know they're not, but they look naked. This right here is an interesting one. This one is from a Spider-Man run where it's from an alternate universe, and it's where Peter, Mary Jane, and their daughter, not May. What is her name? Oh, I don't remember her name now.
I can't remember it either.
I know, and I'm gonna flack for this, but anyway, but there was a spin-off comic book. It was from a different dimension. It's where Mary Jane and Peter had a daughter. And I know this sounds very familiar, but this is a totally different comic book. But but Mary Jane had powers also, including Peter. Apparently, Peter's webs got Mary Jane and some spider powers too. And then they had their daughter also, and so they had these like white and red outfits. So I'm assuming that's what this is here. So that's I was not really a fan of that idea. I didn't read the comic that much. I kind of glanced through it a bit, and I was kind of like meh. But still, I mean, it is what it is. Um, so
At
as
least
we
for
go out
me,
for, yeah,
that's,
so we
sorry,
have
that's another white Spider-Man. Is
yeah,
that like the
this one up here is Future Foundation Spider-Man. I can tell that from a mile away. Future Foundation is when the Fantastic Four kind of got away from the Fantastic Four, and there was like 8 of them or something like that. Like they, there was Storm and Black Panther were in the Fantastic Four, but they called themselves the Future Foundation. So instead of the Fantastic Four, so these guys were. This was his Spider-Man's Future Foundation outfit when he was a part of the Future Foundation for a short time. But
Mhm.
Spider-Man, he doesn't. This guy back here is gives me like Shocker vibes, like Shocker from from the
Yeah.
animated series. Like it looks like he's got like these. I think these wristbands have to do with
Well,
traveling to the
he has,
multiverse, but
when it comes to multiverse Spider-Man, he has been known to sometimes take elements from his enemies.
hmm
Like he had the one with the dog arms and stuff like that. So
yeah. And then there's these ones up here. I don't know what these ones are up here. This white one here could be another armored Spider-Man, but it just kind of looks like another black and white Spider-Man, just different. As I said, everyone's like, "Oh, there's 150 versions." It's like, yeah, we're talking about like this is included in the 150 versions that we'll probably only see once throughout the entire movie, maybe twice in like the big montage of them chasing him. Like, but you're
yeah.
only, and honestly, do you really want 150 characters trying to get screen time? No, you really don't.
I'm just still more confused about where the fuck are they all going? Like, how did they all end up there? And also, another thing as well, like this is multiverse. This is not time travel. Yeah, and some of these different Spider-Mans are from different periods in time. And
Well, I
well,
wonder.
for me, the multiverse is always the same time, just different universe. And
Well,
now,
but
yeah,
there's also like a Nexus hub where it's kind of like the TVA's home place. Like it's all time kind of converges. So it's like you go there and time stands still.
oh,
All
inconvenient.
I yeah, and it's very convoluted because it makes no sense. But I get what you're saying. But and then down here you got a conglomerate of Spider-Men, women talking to one another, Spider people, if I may,
Hmm.
talking to
Hmm.
one another. We zoom out a little bit more. I mean, there's the bombastic Bagman.
Of
There's
course.
I know that's what I'm saying. There like this is nuts. There's the Flash Thompson version of Spider-Man. You can see him wearing the Letterman jacket, and I think he has a hat on, or his hair sticking out. One of the two. I think it's a hat. But that's supposed to be the Flash Thompson version of Spider-Man. You got Werewolf Spider-Man up here. You see this guy way up here?
Yeah, I can
That's
barely make
from
him out.
yeah, it's like the monster version. That's what I'm saying though. A lot of these are just going to be people you can barely make out. And then this one right here, I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure what that guy's doing, but he's sitting there talking to Captain Britain Spider-Man. I don't know if you can see that, but
Where's that one? Can you circle it?
yeah, right here.
Oh,
He's got the
Tom
Union Jack
Holland.
kind of on him. So, huh?
Tom Holland,
Maybe
Spider-Man.
Tom Holland. I mean, rumor has it that Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, and Tom Holland are going to make appearances in this movie, which honestly, I don't know if I want. I really don't. Like maybe Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, but it's like right now, it's like Tom Holland is kind of stuck in the MCU. I
What?
y-
Say, go on.
I feel like it's super convoluted and super like you can't put too much. You know what I mean? Like maybe if they're on a screen in the background, like in the background when you like, or they're painting through, say, through the multiverse, and then you like see them in a screen behind them. But like, I don't want them interacting with them. There's so much going on here.
Well, for me, this is just a quick clip. I don't think we'll get like a shot like this too often in the movie. Like it's gonna kind of show us that there's a lot of Spider-Man, but we'll probably be only following a handful, maybe two
Oh
or
yeah,
three.
we better only be. I love this one down here. This one, it looks like it's in the Spider-Man. It looks like a Spider Girl or Spider Woman, but it's in a PS4 outfit because you can see the white on it. This one here, I'm not sure about. Ballerina Spider-Man. I don't know. Kind of looks like she has. It kind of looks like she has like ballerina shoes on down here, but I
No
don't know.
idea.
So I mean, and yeah. So okay. So we get to the end, and Miles had basically had my face when they got through. I'm like, the hell is all this? Um. So
Well, yeah, but Gwen's kind of familiar with it, no?
apparently she is. Apparently she's been transversing the multiverse for a while. That's why she came and got Miles.
This is some
Um,
sort of Spider Woman for sure. Some sort of
yeah,
Spider Girl.
this is Spider Woman. This is Jessie Drew. I don't know what universe she's from, but I got clarification on this one. But this is a version of Jessica Drew's Spider Woman. So obviously she's a bit more edgy, but
Mm-hmm.
she's so and the whole shooting the webs out of all her fingers thing's kind of new. I don't think she ever. I mean, she kind of does that in the comics, but it's a little bit different. So um, a little bit here of
I
this
think
one. Go ahead.
okay. No, 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 go on.
Well, this is kind of. I mean, if you want to go back to Jesse Drew, that's fine. Um, but this right here, this is supposedly Miguel O'Hara's daughter, and that's obviously Miguel O'Hara. So apparently, we're gonna see some kind of crossover.
Miguel
Maybe he's pulling a
so
Wanda and going across the
is,
multiverse trying to find his
is,
daughter.
is the sword expert. Yeah, he's, the Spanish one.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm a little indifferent on that. I kind of like Spider-Man 2099 being the badass, but still not being he doesn't have to be the bad guy. You know what I mean? Um
No, but I like the idea that some of these multiverse Spider-Man are bad guys.
no.
You know,
I don't mind that. I'm just saying Spider-Man 2099 usually is not he's not, he doesn't have that type of mentality or issue or whatever. So I
well,
don't know.
if this thing low to the comics, then they're just introducing the character because you have to have characters in this show.
Yeah.
And with some maybe a bit of depth as well, and so we're seeing it. But doesn't mean he's automatically bad guy. I just don't know they go down the misunderstanding route or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh god, I hate that. Like the guy could have been a good guy, but like a Harvey Dent or like, or stuff like that, where they because of trauma and stuff, they end up being bad. Good people turning bad, like Green Goblin
Mhm.
and all of that.
Yep. Well,
So
as I said, I don't know. I wanted I mean, it could be completely different. Maybe the trailer's misleading. I want Spider-Man 2099 to be more of an asset more than an antagonist. I'm not. I like Spider-Man 2099, but I mean, them doing this whole he's dark and edgy and he's going after his daughter in the multiverse. I'm just not on board with that. If that's the direction they're going, I'm not on board with it. So we have
yeah,
more. Okay, so we have more Spider-Man stuff. I'm trying to see some of the. Okay, so this looks like a. I think this might be the Ultimate Universe version of Black Suit Spider-Man, possibly. You got Mole Cop Spider-Man there. I'm trying to see which one these ones are. Um,
the all black suit
some of them are, but
in various ways, maybe like with a dash of color here or there to define them.
crap. Okay.
Mhm. Did they all like?
Okay,
Oh
so
wow, look at that!
so
That
this one right
Spider
here,
Man
this one looks
unite.
like Ben Riley's Spider-Man. Um, Either that or it'll be Spider Girl. They both have similar style of outfits, but I think that's a guy. So I would say that it looks like a guy at least. So like the figure is more of a guy, but I mean it so it could be Ben Riley of an alternate universe, the clone of Spider-Man. But yeah, like
Or you think the clone of Spider Man will be in the multiverse when you have a
well,
multiverse? You don't need to clone him, but
But Ben Riley's all like they're in the multiverse. Like, there's probably universes where Ben Riley survived and Peter Parker died. That's like Miles
yeah.
Morales. And Miles Morales is Spider-Man, but the Peter Parker of his universe is dead. Like that's probably just what happened. So you have some more like I don't want to say generics because like there's a generic looking
Well, this
Spider-Man up
it
here.
looks like a wrestling movie's going on there.
And look at that. Look how many arms that Spider-Man has, or
Oh
Spider-Woman.
yeah,
Kind of looks
yeah,
like
yeah,
might
yeah.
like I mean, and then there's the armor
Mm.
suit Spider-Man. I'm trying to see what that one is. That one looks more like a generic Spider-Man-ish over there. I think actually, what is that? Is that that might be the Ben Riley, most recent Ben Riley outfit. I'm trying to remember. Ben Riley had an
Uh,
outfit of Spider-Man in a recent comic book, and it kind of looks like that.
yeah. At first, I'm glad you mentioned that because at first I thought it was a drone, and now I'm looking at it better with more clearer eyes. I realize there's a whole bunch of Spider-Man entangled with each other.
Yep.
The triple fetch match while they're falling down.
So then you got this red suit Spider-Man right here. You've got this looks a lot like Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I don't think it is, but this looks like a lot like Tom Holland's Spider-Man from Far From Home. Remember that black outfit he made? But I don't think it had the white on the back.
Oh, it's got too much red on it, you know.
Yeah. It looks like a female. I mean, at least this person has long hair. You can kind of see back here. It looks like a long-haired spider person. And
Yeah,
here we go, man. All right. So this guy right here. So here's another one. This is Kane, and we're not talking about the
WWE.
we're not talking about the WWE Kane. We are talking about the Kane clone. He's a failed clone of Spider-Man. He's super strong and he's super like dickish. So I mean, but he's just a failed clone. He's deformed. But he's still got that Parker mentality. He was a big part of the Clone Saga, and he's been back for some stuff. And this is his most recent outfit he's been in, which I liked Kane, but I just hated the fact. I hated the fact that he was just like I hate the fact that they just relegated him to merchandising again. So
No, that's
I'm
always
going.
that's inevitable, dude. This fucking Spider-Man.
I know. Now we're gonna bring in our special guest host or special guest appearance by Vman himself.
What's up, guys? Sorry I'm late. I got caught up at work, so sorry about that,
You
guys.
know what? How dare your real life get in the way?
Right, right.
So we've just been kind of breaking down all the Spider-Men we're seeing here. I did a little research and from my not my basic knowledge, but my knowledge of Spider-Man, we're kind of breaking down a lot of these spider people that we see in here. So and then we're going to talk a little bit more about it. But so you got anything to add, or do you want to give any basic impressions of the trailer before we continue on, or do you just want to kind of see where it leads?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Well, I really enjoyed the heartfelt mom and Miles moment. I felt like that was, I mean, that was really touching because we got some of that in the first one, and that with him, I that was more impressive to me than seeing all the different Spider-Man, because that it's easy to get kind of blown away with all the different Spider-Man and everything, but to me that kind of told me that this movie is not losing the heart of what made the first one so good, which was about family, you know.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
because I mean, it's easy to get kind of caught up in, oh, hey, look at this Spider-Man, look at this Spider-Man, look at this Spider-Man. But when you have that human element, it to me, I felt like that's what made the first one work really well. And then you get blown away with all these Spider-Man, which you're like, oh, great, they haven't lost that touch, Because I mean, you obviously know Spider-Man more than I do, and I couldn't begin to tell you all the different ones. I recognize the 2099 one, and that's the only one that I was like, oh right, yay, and I was jumping up and down like a schoolgirl. Shut up, Clay.
You are a schoolgirl, V man. It's okay. We all know it. Um,
Yay!
so, but that's kind of what we're doing. We're not really breaking down those moments. We're kind of just breaking down all the different Spider-Man and stuff like that, um, and then we're just kind of going through it. So this one right here, this one kind of looks like more of like a motor punk Spider-Man. Can you see my cursor still or no?
No.
Yeah, no. So I thought I saw you.
There
Now
it is.
I do. Yes.
Okay. For some reason it wasn't. So like we got like the motorball spider. Like it looks like he or she's got like a helmet on or whatever. Look at this long arm. Like I don't see, some of this animation scares me. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
there's no different types. I know.
Yeah, it's not just that. It's just, I don't know. You've got another white and black Spider-Man up here. This would either be a anti-venom Spider-Man or I don't want to say it's a future foundation. I don't can I zoom in on this? I don't think I can. No, it just makes the letters bigger for my old eyes to see. Um, so I mean, and as you can see, I mean, there's so many freaking. There's Werewolf Spider-Man, or no, that's Flash Thompson Spider-Man. Kind of looks like coming back in, or maybe it is Werewolf. I can't. No, he's got the Letterman
Oh,
jacket on, so it's Flash Thompson Spider-Man. I mean, there's just so many. I don't even know. Like this dude's wearing like a business suit. Like what business suit Spider-Man? So we were talking to V-Man earlier about like there's gonna be like 150 versions of Spider-Man, And what worries me is like all we're going to see is a lot of them in this stupid montage. And I don't want 150 Spider-Men in this movie. Like, I'm okay with them keeping like 3 from the original movie and then like bringing in a couple new ones to kind of, I love Spider-Man Noir, but you can kind of live without him. Spider-Ham was funny, but you can live without him.
Well, sometimes the differences are so minor between the Spider-Man, like, oh, they look the same and everything, but one might have,
What are you saying,
biological
Zanta, that all
webbing.
Spider-Men look the same?
Yeah, don't, yes.
Well, the thing about the Spider-Man that it's it's great to see the different visuals, but it's got to really serve the story. Like there's a reason to have Gwen Stacy there.
Yeah.
She serves an emotional impact to the story. Um, do we really need the noir one? I don't think so. I mean, it was important to have him there in the first one, but like
Mhm.
the robot one, you kind
Yeah,
of need
that
it for
one
the
too. I'm
tech.
like,
Yeah,
That's from Overwatch.
for all of these ones, like they're invading the multiverse. I think you really only kind of need to see all these ones in the montage, but like, I think you really the 2099 one. I think you kind of need to see because that's kind of that's kind of a big Spider-Man. I think you kind of need scale it back, see the big ones. The 2099 one. Um, I think what would kind of be cool is to kind of see the Ben Riley one that visually looks like the Peter Parker, but is not Peter Parker.
mhm.
Something that's
There's
what's
a
that now?
couple there's a couple in here that look like the Ben Riley version, like they have the
Yeah,
Ben Riley outfit on,
yeah,
and including Spider-Girl Mayday Parker, which is
yeah.
one of my favorite versions of, well, not versions of Peter Parker, obviously, but like Spider-Man and
Right.
Spider-Girl and all that. Um, but yeah,
So I think as long as it serves again, as long as it serves the story, I got no problem, having them in there. But like I for like you said, this montage, throw as many of them as you can in there. I don't care because again, for those people that really do get into their different versions of Spider-Man, like that's for them. But for the specific story, do limit it, do scale it back because what's the point of having all these different Spider-Man if they're just only going to be in there and have 2 lines? Like I don't need that. I do want to get
Yeah,
to know the characters. I do want to get to know, like, I do not know who Spider-Man 2099 is as a character. I just know the visuals, and like
yeah,
visually they are appealing. So let me know who the character is. But do I need to know who Spider-Man the animated series was from the 70s? I don't need to see that. I don't need to get to know that character. There's nothing much there. Um, but for this montage, fuck yeah, put him in there. That's what this is for.
exactly. The more the merrier.
Yeah.
okay. I mean, I get that, but for me, it's just a bit. For me, it's just a bit much. By the way, we got Chunky Spider-Man right here. I don't know if anyone saw
Oh,
that.
we have to have a bit of chunky.
Yeah, Chunky Spider-Man. I like this one right here. Looks like like a female Scarlet Spider, which is really interesting.
But,
That's
but like you mentioned the chunky Spider-Man, like there should be lots of chunky Spider-Man, not just the one token fat one. There should be
well, okay,
several.
but here's the thing though. Like Chunky Spider-Man, like that's not how his powers work though. He does have a healing factor, which means he has a higher metabolism, which means his body burns off
Oh,
fat
that's yeah, but yeah,
exponentially.
okay, but that's that particular one. Then we have another fat one that can turn into a round ball and whatever. But this is
Okay.
so like just multiverse it up.
All I need is that one so that I can relate to him and be like, "Yep, that's me. I'm good." That's it. The one that I can cosplay as and not feel bad. That's it. I think that's all good. We don't need to explain it. It's all good. That's all
I would
good.
like I would like one from Delhi. That would be nice.
There is one
Pretender
called
Pakinda, and
there
then
is a
from yeah.
what is it? Spider-Man there is Spider-Man. I think they call him Spider-Man India, but I mean it's
What the hell?
uh,
How original is that? Can you just be Spider-Man?
he was a big Spider-Man India was a big was a big character in one of the when they first started all of this. And actually, Spider-Man India was actually really cool. I like Spider-Man India, and I thought was kind of underutilized after that. But yeah, hold on, it's Spider-Man India. In 2004, he hold on. Yeah, this was a
Was his
long time
name
ago.
Was his name Pretender Paquita?
No, his name. Hold on, I got to bring him up here. It's been a long. His name is Paviter Prabhakar. I don't know. Hold on.
Oh
I butcher that
no.
name.
We need to get you into cultural appropriation, Cheeto.
Huh?
Need to
Yeah,
get
he
you
came
into
out in
yeah.
November of 2004.
Oh.
He was a part of the what was it? Yeah. Hold on. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. He was a part of a big crossover, and he was one of the main characters. And I thought it was great.
Oh, very good, my friend.
But yeah. So anyway, I was excited when I heard that they were bringing that version of Peter Parker um that version of Spider-Man in. He is from universe.
619, please be
No, it's
619.
not 619.
Oh God.
I'm trying to find where the hell is he? Like what is God damn it?
Don't worry, I can sleep at night not knowing.
No, I cannot. No. Okay. I'm moving on. All right. So all right. So anyway, so yeah, but I'm excited to see that Spider-Man too, because he was a big plot point in the
Now, what,
Spider-Verse
what what are you
crossover.
doing? Are they just like going for a walk, or what? Are they having a fight? I mean,
I
what the
think
hell?
yeah,
It,
Miles is running from them.
yeah, they were all attacking him for whatever reason. Like, and that was the thing that was so it blew me away. It's like, why are they fucking attacking him? I mean, they
Well,
were.
I might have a reason, but it might not be very savory. You know, yeah, he just looks a bit different, if you know what I mean. And they don't like it. They're a bit unhappy. Like, what the hell, kid? You can't be Spider-Man. You don't look like us. Let's go after him. Let's get him. And they're going, yeehaw, Bobby, yeehaw. Yeah, let's go get him. And so, yeah, that's what I think.
All right. So yeah. So all right. Sorry, I was still reading up on Spider-Man India. Okay. So again, we've
Mhm.
got more. We've got more. So there's Miles. He's running away. There's Spider-Man. There's anime Spider-Man. There's the
But surely some of these Spider-Men are not, like, some of these Spider-Men would be on his side. Some of them, surely.
there's got to be
Yeah.
something like somebody probably says stop him, and then everybody just bum rushes him. Like no, not everybody knows probably what's going on. They're just like detain him. Okay, like that's probably what's going on here. Um, yeah, bombastic Bagman again. You got I don't know what the blue meanie Spider Man.
Mm.
There's solar flare Spider Man back here. I don't know. I'm making names up now. Sorry. Uh, as I said, there's just so many, and it just makes me not even freaking care almost. Um,
Some of them are just like, the forget backstory, forget powers, just
I love the
different
fact that
paint
they have
job.
the. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, no, done.
I love the fact that they have the Fantastic Four Spider-Man in there.
Oh,
Like that.
yeah.
That's such like they. It does suck that they have the oversaturation of Spider-Man. But I love the fact that when you see one that you recognize, you're like, "Oh, dude, fuck yeah!" Like, I mean, how cool is that? He's got the paper bag and everything. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I hate to be a nerd, but I am. Actually, technically, the bombastic Bagman is supposed to be wearing a Fantastic Four outfit with a bag over his
Yes.
head.
Yes, yes.
Right.
Just saying. Let me get my glasses up here to my nose and say that
See, and this is where you're going to get all those hate comments, Cheeto. This,
I
you
know,
know, this,
I know. And as I said, I'm nitpicking. I'm not sitting here like I just there's so much here. It's almost like oh God, please help me. Like I can't, and I'm not in an excitable way. By the way, this one right here, just caught this one. You know who this one is?
Which
This
one?
one is from the Spider-Man Unlimited cartoon back in 2000.
it
I don't
is. Yeah.
So he's got like the little cape of webs and everything like that. I just caught that. Yeah, look at him. Look at him back there. Dude, it's like it's a blink if you miss it moment. I did not catch that until just now. So I don't know who here's V-Man Spider-Man back here. I, like
I have to admit, this is very much a big trip, you know. Like it feels like Spider-Man on acid. But then again, so did the last movie. Fuck me, that was also acid as well. So yeah,
and I get maybe that's Spider-Girl back there. I don't know. I can't tell. But yeah, so you've got tons of okay, so of course here's your boy. Here's your boy V-Man.
Yeah,
look at this.
I think
And I'm
he's going to
Meanwhile,
play a
changing
huge part
color.
in this. He's going to play a huge part in this movie.
Oh
I
my goodness.
honestly I'm sorry. Like this like I love Spider-Man 2099. I like Miles Morales. The animation in this is so all over the place. At least in the first movie there was some consistency with the animation. In this one it's like, nah, we're just going to do different animation for every single Spider-Man. And it's like, God, stop.
And the
So,
thing is, I think Mal he won't be able to beat these guys. He would have to win them over, with the humanity side of things, just to remind them, like, come on, you guys, you're
See,
supposed to be the good guy.
here's the thing on going to your comment on the animation. I wonder if because they're in between worlds right now, you're seeing things from their perspective. Like when you go to 2099 world, it's that animation. When you're in
mhm.
Miles world, you're in that animation. Like I wonder if that's the point. Is like when you're in these different universes, they're in their animation. But then like, when you get to Miles's world, like 2099 will look like Miles or more like that animation style. I wonder if that's the point.
No, it is
Because I
the
mean,
point, and I just don't like it. I'm sorry. I'm
yeah,
sorry. I don't like.
but I
I
mean, in for this moment, like because they're not in any one universe, there is a shattered perception, because they're all in their own art style per se. But once you get to a person's universe, like then they're in that uh, person's art style, which
Yeah,
is fine. But we can't see that right now because we haven't been exposed to that. Does that make sense?
yeah,
mhm.
yeah. Like, it's like when we saw Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, and they're going through the different multiverses. Some of them were like different animation style as well and everything, So yeah, I know what you mean.
Okay.
So
Well,
to
anyway,
me,
I mean, I don't know. As I said, I'm not on board with this fractured. Like I mean, you nailed it on the head, and I'm just not on board with it. And I get it. Like people will be on board with it. It's artistic, whatever. But
Tito, give it a chance. It might work out better on film than it does on trailer.
oh,
to,
okay.
to
As I
me,
said, I'm not ruling it out. I'm just saying, like, I'm already not a fan. So
to me, I was I saw the toys that they have in Walmart of these different figures. Um, which I know eventually I'm going to buy him for Royce because he fucking loves Spider Man. That's his go to hero. That and Robin. Um, but I know eventually I'm going to buy these toys for him because fuck man, you support what you love.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when this came out, like I didn't know it was even out until Cheeto told me, and he was like, "Hey, watch this. We're gonna do a thing on it." I was like, "All right." So I had this up, and Royce was there playing his little iPad. So I was like, "Hey, Royce, come over here, watch this with Dad." And he watched it. He got excited, and I was like, "All right, well, when it comes out, we'll go watch it." He goes, "Yay!" And then he went back to his iPad. And I was, all right. That if you can get little 5-year-old, 6-year-olds excited to go watch your movie, and that's they know that's a long ass movie. It's hard to get their attention span on something that long. That's the point. So to me, eh, I can live with it. And again, I agree with you, Cheeto. Though it does kind of suck to see the different animation styles, but again, you got a little taste of everything with the different art styles to kind of show people's different talents.
I,
I don't
I,
mind
I,
it.
I'm very much on a different camp here. I love the idea of all these different animations. I really do. I think a true multiverse, true different dimensions and stuff in every variance, every way possible. And I like to see it all coming together. It's going to be really cool. I mean, we had it in the original movie with Spider Pig and all of this shit. So yeah, I'm very much going to embrace it.
Yep. Yeah, to me, if you can get a 5-year-old excited about your movie and want to go see it, you've done your job. And me as a parent, I'm gonna go take my kid to go see it. You've won me over as a parent. So it's popcorn talk for us on our on the different shows. So again, you've won an audience on so many different levels. And it's continuation of the first one, which I didn't think I'd like, but I loved it, and I think it's I think it's better than the one that brought all three Spider-Mans together. Honestly, if
Really?
I'm being honest.
I look my only issue with the first movie was Kingpin. It was like a fucking abomination of a character the way they
But
designed
that's
him.
that different art style we're talking about. I
No, no,
mean,
no. He was the same art style as the rest of the characters, of the main
I know,
characters,
but it's
but
different.
he himself was poorly designed. Like I didn't like the look of him. He looked fucking terrible. He looked like Uncle Fester. You know what I mean? Like well, fucking hell, what the hell? I was not a fan of that particular Kingpin. He looked like he's about to explode. It's like,
I mean, it looks like he's been holding his farts in for a while. I
yeah.
mean, just saying. So, okay. So I did want to bring the. I've been working on this while you guys were talking. I wanted to bring this in really quick. Um, let me do this. Let me do that. Okay. Wait.
And whilst you're doing that, I just want like to say, don't think we've ever worked together, have we, Vance?
What's that?
I don't think we've ever worked together, have we? This is the
I
first time we've collaborated. Is that correct?
no, I we were on one podcast, I believe, together last year, Santa Claus.
Oh,
One
I'm
time.
sorry. I'm 2,000 years old, like the same age as this Earth,
Your
and
memory flips.
it does go. But it's always a pleasure to work with you, Vman.
I
I'm very happy that we're here together, my friend.
I am a big fan, so it is my pleasure. So
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So yeah, so there's that concept art I was talking about earlier about Mayday. I'm very excited for Mayday because although I don't think this is the actual Mayday that
What
I
the
want,
hell is this? What the
but
hell
it's
is
still
this?
exciting, huh?
Mayday.
Yeah, Mayday. That's it's May Parker, but it's Mayday. They call her Mayday. It's her nickname. And she's the variant spider. This is the middle what I call midlife crisis Spider-Man's daughter because he gets back together with Mary Jane. And actually, I can bring this up too. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring this one up too, so y'all can see it because y'all love the shit I show, baby. Let me bring this one up. All right. So yeah, this was also shared on online, not online, but with the concept art. I don't think this was a part of the trailer. But, we've got I think this was actually was this at the end of the first one maybe? I don't remember.
I think
yeah,
so. Like
yeah, because he goes
yeah,
back
So
to see her.
yeah.
so we got Mayday now and we've got Mary Jane and midlife crisis Peter and he's doing good and then I really wish I could do this without exiting out. Can I drag and drop? Let's go.
That was my favorite part of the
There we
original
go.
movie
So
was
here's another piece that of that different art style. It's
Spider
Spider
Punk.
Punk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that great old style, right? Right. Yeah.
There's
It's
I
just
nothing
an
wrong with
ugly
that.
costume.
It looks alright.
Zam's
Yeah.
doubling down on it, or I'm sorry, Zanta's doubling down on it now.
You
He's like,
yeah.
yeah, that's all right.
I constantly get called Zam for some reason by these motherfuckers, and I don't understand why. I am Santa Claus. Look at me. I have a big beard. I have big white hair. I wear a red hat. I know we have a similar pigmentation, but other than that, he doesn't even sound like me. Zam sounds like, all right, mate, how you doing?
It's
I
a
don't sound
reflection
like
of
that.
it's a reflection of them and not you. Don't let them
Oh,
bother you,
oh,
Zanta.
thank you very much, my friend.
It's all right. I just want to get Xanta's sack unloaded on me. I'm just,
Oh yes, yes, yeah. And by the way, Vman, have you been a good little boy this year?
I haven't. I've been very naughty, and I need you to take care of me.
Oh, don't worry. I think me personally, I've been checking up on you, especially when you sleep. I like to look at you, and I have to say that I think you've been a very good little boy.
Outstanding. Well, I sleep with one eye open, so that's why I leave my
Oh,
window cracked just for you, buddy.
thank you very much, my friend.
all right. So one last thing. I mean, look at this image right here. Like
What
that
the hell?
Spider-Man 2099. Does he
That
not
looks
look he looks a
like
lot like
Jin
Scarlet.
Karasaga, or what his name from fucking Tekken.
I I mean, it's Miguel O'Hara, but it definitely looks like what's his nuts? Peter Parker in my
Jin.
opinion. But
It looks like Jin Kasuma or something like that from Tekken.
maybe. So I don't know. I mean, I like Spider-Gwen, I like Miles Morales. I like Midlife Crisis Spider-Man. All the other ones I could have left. I hope they do bring in some new mainstays and stuff like that. Do we want to take the final moments though, since V-Man is here to talk about the Cavill in the room?
Oh, please. I've been dying to talk about this. And I want
What's
to,
up?
because
Well,
we
talking
go.
about Henry Cavill finally hanging up the cape officially. Did you hear
No,
that?
no,
Oh,
no, no.
dude.
No, 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 no. You got this wrong. He
Okay,
didn't.
he's hanging
He
up the
would.
cape because James Gunn has said he's not coming
He's
back.
been. He's been. Let me do my Vince McMahon. You're fired. That's what happened. It's like him. They're all gone. Yeah, there's gonna be no fucking Wonder Woman free. There's not gonna be no
He snapped.
Shazam free. There's not gonna be no Black Adam 2. No Aquaman free. Like they've got some films already in post production, so they are going to be coming out. But James Gunn has taken a big axe to all the speculation and said, "Fuck you, motherfuckers! I'm going to restart this shit." What is his name? Momoa is going to come back as Lobo, which in my opinion is the perfect casting
Is that
ever.
official? I don't think that's official.
That's the rumors, but that's
Okay, well,
look, he's
I
more
think that's
Lobo.
gonna be a rumor.
Fuck being Aquaman, you know what I mean? He needs to be fucking Lobo. The guy looks like Lobo. He is Lobo. He's Lobo, but he's from this planet, not from outer space. The only thing is I'm not happy with personally is like I don't want to restart the universe. Like where we are with Cavill at this moment in time, that we don't need another origin stories. Let's just continue. With Cavill, if we should have continued and have some outer space shenanigans and shit like that. Some cosmic shenanigans.
I don't deny that. I honestly feel like if they did another Superman movie, I kind of want it to be off planet. Like I wanted maybe to start on Earth like the first like 20-25 minutes, and then he gets called away to like something, and like I like the idea of Mongol in the war world. Like that's a
And Brainiac and
great
all this.
idea.
But all of this, unfortunately, is it's just a pipe dream now because with Henry Cavill out of the picture, because him being in the end of Black Adam 2 was almost like twisting the arm of Warner Brothers by saying, "Look, I'm in the post-credit scene of Black Adam. You're gonna have to make a Man of Steel 2, even though it's almost been 10 fucking years." But that's not gonna happen now. It's not. It's like James Gunn doesn't give a fuck. He's not saying he doesn't care that people are twisting their arms. He's not going to give in to the crowd. But if he's going to redo this, he needs to bring in young actors. I don't care if they're unknowns, young actors, so that they can get 3 or 4 films out. You know,
Here's the thing. With how many of the DC films were actually great films? Couple maybe,
or
maybe.
DCEU
Um,
probably just Wonder Woman. And
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
Aquaman, Wonder Woman
you
and
know,
Aquaman, maybe.
a,
Yeah.
a, a couple.
Hmm.
Whenever someone says, "Hey, did you see the newest DC film?" Like it gets a lukewarm reception at best. Um, and the constant, the constant reboots of everything in the franchise. Um, the way they've disregarded the CW shit, the way they've disregarded the fan, what the fans want. Um, it's one of those things where you just brought Henry Cavill back, and then you disregard him too. You brought back you brought back Michael Keaton. He was supposed to be this big thing. He shot 3 films. He was part of Aquaman 2. Then you cut him, put Ben Affleck in there. Then you cut him, and then now there's no Batman in Aquaman 2. He's completely written out of the film. Uh, Michael Keaton had a cameo in Batgirl. Then they scrapped that film completely,
Oh yes, yeah, yeah,
not even
yeah,
able to be watched. So now,
yeah.
out of the 5 uh, film deal that Michael Keaton had, 3 of the films that he shot, only one is actually going to be done, which is Flash. Fingers crossed.
I
Um,
just think they need to end it at Flash. Like, just wreck
so
the whole universe at that point. Like,
no,
if you're gonna reboot, wreck it.
and that's the thing. It's like out of the way they've treated. I'm a very, Michael Keaton is my Batman. I love Michael Keaton. I also like Ben Affleck. But it comes to a point where it's like every single thing that I got excited about, you shit on. Um, everything. So it's now to a point where, okay, finally I got excited. I was not a big fan of Henry Cavill in his Superman movies because I felt like they wrote the character wrong. I thought the actor was great, but I thought how the material they gave him was shit. But I thought, okay, they cared enough to listen to the fans and what the fans had wanted, even though it wasn't what I particularly wanted. I thought, okay, maybe they'll finally write, instead of a Superman who's dark and gloomy, maybe they'll finally write him to be the symbol of hope he's supposed to fucking be, a happy, cheery fucking Superman. Great. What do they do a couple months later? They fucking cancel it. So I'm sick of DC. Fuck DC. And this comes from a lifelong DC fan who grew up. I mean, Robin is, that's the character that got me into comics. Batman is what got me into comics. Like that whole thing got me into comic books. I was not a Marvel fan growing up, but now, fuck DC. I like the entire thing. Fuck them. Fuck them all. I don't care. I have nothing against the people who are behind, James Gunn, the other guy. I don't. I have nothing against them personally, and I have nothing against their body of work. But you have shit on the fans so many times, and you guys have gotten our hopes up and then let them down, and hopes up and let them down. And I understand there's money that's involved on stuff, but there is a right way to do things and a wrong way to do things. And I understand that you guys have had a universe, but I mean, you guys have constantly shit on us with lackluster movies. Fuck you.
No,
So
but
that's my take.
my problem with just to be more specific on Henry Cavill is that he was the one Superman which had such a little amount of actual heroics. Like
Yep.
Superman is supposed to be saving people, and we hardly got that. The Brandon Roof Superman I've seen, I mentioned this before, but the scene where he saves that aeroplane is arguably the best scene in that movie because he's being fucking Superman, saving people from dying and shit like that. That's what we need more from Superman. That's why I did not like Man of Steel. Him and and General Zod's Kryptonians, they fucking wreaked havoc on the cities. Turning into made it worse than Ground Zero. Buildings are fucking knocking over and shit. And we're supposed to have a fucking happy ending after that shit. No way, man. There was so much destruction. There was no happy ending there. He was it's just just not enough heroic. Now I do appreciate some of the sort of modern day takes, like Superman in today's world. There'll be people who worship him like a god, and there's also people even who would look at him very skeptically and be scared of him because he's a very powerful person. So I understand those sort of takes, and I appreciate it in a modern day setting. But I want to see Superman be a fucking hero, or more often than not, because he's unfortunately recently he's not, and that's not good enough. He needs to be saving people a lot. That's what we
Well,
need to get from Superman again.
Well, it's one of those things where it's like, for me, I'm a very character driven. I'll watch whatever you put in front of me as long as it has good characters. It can have shitty graphics, it can have a shitty budget. None of those things matter to me as long as it's got good characters. It's driven by character stories. Good character interactions. Characters first. Characters matter. I don't want to see a Superman that will save you, but he's dragging his heels, he's mopey, he's fucking sad. Like, no, Superman should be smiling. He should be winking at the camera. He should be giving the thumbs up to the kids. Like, Superman should inspire people to fucking go out and do better. Like, that's Superman. And none of that came with any of these DC movies. But fucking pick a course and stick with it. Like, why should I go watch your movie if in the next movie none of this shit matters? And that's when I'm watching a DC movie, I don't know, is this the same universe? Is this the same continuity? Does the shit that happened in the TV show matter here? Does any of this stuff matter? I don't know. And when you constantly reboot stuff, I don't care. And again, the way behind the scenes you guys have treated the actors, you bring them back, then nothing matters. You cancel movies, that doesn't matter. Like, I'm tired of getting my hopes up. So for DC, fuck them. Like, they disgust me.
Also, I want to add, like, Man of Steel came out in 2013. In a couple of weeks, that's going to be 10 fucking years ago.
Yep.
And to not have a Man of Steel 2 sequel out at all shows that there's no direction in this fucking EU. Everything's all over the place. Wonder Woman 1984 made a mess of the continuity as well because nobody was supposed to know who Diana Prince was, but then she's in everyone's fucking brain telling them to reverse their wishes and shit. You're like, what the fuck? Like, and that's a terrible movie as well, by the way. Like, seriously, they have no idea where they're going. There's too many fingers in the pot or fingers in the pie or whatever the fucking terminology is. There needs to be. Now James Gunn is running things. It's all on his shoulders now. He's going to be calling the shots, but he has to bloody make sure that things work out well. This time around because there's nowhere to hide after this. If it fucks up again, they're all going to blame it on him. So, and I'm not getting any younger as well, by the way. I'm fucking not getting any younger, man. Like, this is just, this is getting ridiculous now. I was hoping that in this current EU, to some capacity, we go some direction. Even if they're picking up the slack a little bit and things are running a bit late, fine. Like, we saw Cavill at the end of Black Adam. Now give us a Black Adam versus Superman. We're not going to get that now. It's like, whatever they, yeah.
Again, it's one of those things of like, what was the point? You brought him back for the cameo. What was the point? Again, it's like you brought, like, I'm not a fan of those cameos that you half-ass it. Like the cameo they did of Superman, not Cavill, but Superman in Shazam. That was shameless. You're going to do just the body double of him with just the suit, but not the face, just the suit. That's shameless to me because you're too cheap to bring the actor back for a true cameo. Why fucking do it? Don't do shit like that. So what's the point of that? Why do that? Like, don't actually show the characters together. Why do that? And then the shit with Shazam, like we're gonna have him here, but it doesn't lead anywhere. So fans' expectations, oh man, it's got to be them. All the talk was Black Adam versus Superman, Black Adam versus. Nope, we're gonna reboot everything. Why do it? So why should I go to your rebooted universe because you say, oh no, it's going to be completely different? That's what you said last time, and the time before that, and the time before that. I'm tired of getting my hopes up with DC. I am fucking done with DC. I will not go see another fucking DC movie. No, I'll rephrase that. I will not pay if somebody wants to take me. Hey. No problem. I'll gladly go on someone else's dime, but I am not going to fucking pay money to go see it.
Nope. V-Man, date night. Date night.
Well, I do leave my window unlocked, Santa Claus.
No, well, don't. I will send you something. I'll send you a nice copy of the Batman, the Matt Reeves one. Have you seen that by any chance?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I really did. But I will not. I will not pay. I will not use my money to go see a fucking DC movie. No. And I love Titans. I think that's a great series. But I mean, they've just the way they have fucking acted on all this shit. I'm tired of getting my hopes up. So fuck them. I won't pay money.
As I got to here, like my problem with the Batman was the ending. Like we have the Riddler who's trying to kill all these criminals, and then he decides to destroy Gotham at the end. It became a very grounded movie to a very Hollywood ending, and I didn't really appreciate that. Regarding Titans, I do think the show's a bit of a mess recently. Like, are they all secret identities, not including Dick Grayson, or they're not? Like Dick Grayson hangs around with these superheroes, but nobody knows that he's fucking Nightwing. Like, what the hell? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's
like nobody puts it together. Like, hey, Dick Grayson's Nightwing. He was with Batman or Bruce Wayne. Like, I wonder who Batman is.
Seriously.
Like,
I mean, you're just wearing a little bit of fucking mask hair on your face, and nobody's supposed to put two and two together, for fuck's sake. You know, it's just, yeah. So that's my problem with the, yeah.
How is Bruce Wayne's secret not gotten out with the way Dick Grayson just chums around with all these fucking people, and especially with Star Labs? Like, thank goodness nobody turned in their fucking notice and was like, "Man, fuck this, I'm out." Like,
yeah. Connor Kent calls himself Connor Kent. Like,
and he's known world round as Connor Kent now.
And nobody.
So nobody puts Clark Kent, Connor Kent.
And does Clark Kent still hide his identity, or what? Does he not give a damn anymore? There are points in comic books where they don't care about hiding their identity anymore, especially when Superman turns tyrant and he outs Bruce Wayne as Batman, and all of that shit. But that's in the Injustice. But yeah, it's just hard to tell now what direction they're going. So it is a bit of a mess, regardless of it being enjoyable. It's a bit of a mess at the same time. So, but yeah,
my question is now about Peacemaker, because at the end of Peacemaker,
and Suicide Squad,
and at the end of Peacemaker, Suicide Squad is a question, but at the end of Peacemaker, you did see Aquaman and Ezra Miller's Flash. So,
and Wonder Woman is supposed to be, even though we didn't see Gal Gadot and Henry Cavill, it was supposed to be them there as well. You know what I mean? So,
is Peacemaker now done too? Are they going to reboot that? Is it going to be like the redheaded stepchild that? Yeah, that's why I'm saying the Flash. If they are rebooting, just at the end of the Flash, just that's it. Like, black screen it and then say the story will continue or something like that.
It's supposed to be like the last movie is supposed to be Aquaman 2, which is a weird.
Huh? And there's a Blue Beetle movie as well. There's 4 films coming out. Yeah, and then and Blue Beetle, Aquaman 2, Flash, and oh god, what's the other one? Shazam 2, and also, like, John Cena said that they're going to be filming
Peacemaker
early next year. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's just a fucking mess, man. Like, here he's like he's saying he's gonna restart the universe. Yet his characters, the people he wrote, are somehow staying. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I like Peacemaker.
If you're gonna wipe and reload, you got to do it on everybody. Like, I'm sorry, like, Peacemaker's got to go. Like the Suicide Squad movie, got to go. Like, it's got to be a part of that old universe. And you got Amanda Waller from the original universe in there, so they're in Flag and what is it, Colonel Flag? What is his name?
Rick Flag.
Rick Flag's in there. There's a bunch. Harley Quinn, obviously, Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn is in there. So it's like
Captain Boomerang.
Captain Boomerang. Well, he's dead anyway. Yeah. But still, like,
But again, it's one of those things where it's like you can't pull on one thread and not all of them, because Margot Robbie, like, all of those characters are linked with Henry Cavill's Superman. Like, so why?
Yeah, why should Peacemaker and Suicide Squad survive if they've got ties with all the the other.
They could do a Ryan Reynolds Deadpool type thing where they could say, okay, fine, they were here before, but we're going to make them play the same character again, but in the new universe. I'll be cool with that.
that you know, and that's thing. Like, I have no problem if you want to say, hey, we're making a brand new universe, all this other shit. You know, hey, we're gonna have, you know, two different Superman because people are smart enough to be like, hey, this is just a different Superman. You know, I mean, because we have. I mean, people are smart enough to realize that Ben Affleck's Batman is not the same as fucking Robert Pattinson's Batman. Like, people are smart enough in today's society. If they were to have Tom Holland Spider Man, you know, right up next to Andrew Garfield Spider Man with you know the MCU and whatnot. Like, people are smart enough to realize these are two different takes on the character. They're smart enough to realize that. With multiverses and whatnot, people are smart enough to realize. I don't understand why you can't just say, hey, Henry Cavill is only going to be in the DC shit, you know, with Justice League, and that's it. That's how we're going to use him. Our standalone Superman movies, this is going to be simply Superman. Great, go. Let's do that. That's the direction. So everybody has their cake and they can eat it, and that's the way we're going to go. Like, if that therefore all the fans are happy.
You you don't want an expanded universe.
What's that?
You don't want an expanded universe.
I want a
You
cohesive
know.
universe is what I want.
I want them to just pick a goddamn direction. Like, stop fucking changing shit. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of DC. I honestly, at this point, I just don't give a shit. I'm tired of them fucking, hey, we're gonna do this. Hey, we're gonna do this. Hey, we're gonna do this. It's like DC Comics back fucking 15 years ago. Why I stopped reading their comics because they kept changing shit. Hey, we're gonna do 52, you know, new 52 now, and now we're gonna do
Oh
Rebirth, and
God.
now we're gonna do this. Like,
Yeah.
I stopped reading comics because of this shit. That's why I'm not gonna watch their fucking movies. Like, I'm not any of the shit because I'm.
What they did with Lobo in the New 52 was a travesty.
Oh my
A
god, that was
fucking
terrible.
terrible.
What are you talking
Yeah, that
about?
was Lobo in New
Lobo and the
52.
new 52.
Oh
Oh,
God.
pull him up, Cheeto, pull him up, and put him on screen.
Yeah,
Put Lobo new 52.
yeah.
I don't even remember this. I remember the new 52. I don't know what they did to Lobo.
Oh my
Oh my
god,
God. Oh my God. They
yeah.
fucking emote him, man. They emote him to fuck. You know, he's like
And
this
again,
is
you look at
Lobo's emo.
you look at that and you go, this is what you think is a good idea.
I'm guessing this is it.
I like how you kind of question it. Like, is this Lobo?
Is this Lobo? Like, hold on. How do I make this bigger? Okay. Present not porn tab. All right, there we go.
Damn it, that was the only reason I came on.
So like this one here, way over here.
Oh
Yep,
my
yep.
God.
Yep.
Oh my God. No, see, that's good, Lobo. That's a good one.
Yeah, I know this one here is the original. This is OG Lobo. What in the world?
Yeah.
They really did that to Lobo?
Give us a
Yep.
bigger picture, damn it.
Dude, I can't. Like, I click on it, it goes to the site. Like, screw you.
Click on images. Click on images.
I am on images.
No, you're not. You're all. There we go.
So I guess, yeah, that's terrible. I've never seen that version of Lobo before. I did read a one or two comics, like
Look how clean
one or
cut
two
he
runs.
is, man. Oh my God. He looks so clean and lean, and he doesn't look rugged at all. He looks like he should be on the track and field team. And oh God, he looks just too simple. Oh no.
Cool. Well, I'm assuming they changed him back because of probably of the poor reception. Because New 52 was eons ago.
Look, he's got a short back and sides. He looks like Vlad the Impaler. He doesn't look like Lobo. You know what I mean? He looks
It
like
got it got canceled. Like, it only lasted like 5 years. I don't know if the
wow,
series
5 years
lasted.
too long.
Yeah, no shit. Like, everything about that, like from Kid Flash to the Tim Drake Red Robin to like everything,
Oh
like
God.
to even Superboy. Like, everything about that was just fucking terrible. Like, the Superman timeline, one was in the like 5 years in the past, one was in the like it was terrible, dude.
He looks like Admiral Thrawn from Star Wars. You know what I mean?
I can see that. I mean, little less blue, but yeah, I can see that. like a
Oh,
bit more.
God.
Okay.
Lobo is a biker from space. You know what I mean? He's got big long hair. And that's why Jason Momoa is absolutely perfect to play him. You know, perfect. No, it's an acting job that wouldn't require him to stretch his abilities. It's a glove for him to fit into quite easily.
A Train says um the wannabe model Lobo.
Yep.
Oh yes.
And then he
Hello,
goes, "Hey
A-Train,
there,
my
guys. Been a
friend.
while. It has been a while. Sorry, I
A-
was off exploring the interweb for New 52 porno. I mean Lobo images.
and A-Train, have you been a good little boy, my friend? Huh? Have you been eating your prayers and drinking your vitamins and all of that, or however the phrase goes? I hope so.
So anyway, I think that kind of wraps things up for us. Unless you guys got something else to talk about with the DCEU.
No,
I
Have you
mean,
been watching National Treasure, Vman?
no, I haven't, man.
It just started on Disney Plus. So yes, that's
I'm
taking the
I'm
place
halfway through the
of.
second episode right now, and I'm struggling.
You've been watching Willow, Vman?
No, I've been watching. I've
You,
been watching this show called You, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
You've been watching a show called You?
I have.
You've been watching You?
I have.
Sounds naughty.
I'll tell you this about Willow. It makes me
It's
want to
out there.
kill myself.
Yeah.
Willow is fucking shit. But I'm watching it now. It's become homework. We're halfway through the season. I have to finish it. I'm on the naughty list, Dante, because I am glad we're moving away from Henry Cavill. No, that doesn't put you on a naughty list, my friend. That just puts you. That just means it's your opinion, man. It's your opinion, man. As Big Lebowski would say, just your opinion, man. So yeah, so don't worry about it. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're really good. Night, everyone. Merry Christmas. Oh yes, thank you very much, Jiminy, Jim. Thank you very much. Okay.
All right.
So
Well, everyone, with that all being said, thank you very much. Oh, by the way, V-Man, I forgot to I mentioned this earlier in the podcast, but you weren't here. It's been almost over a year since we've done this podcast.
has it really?
We did one podcast after Spider-Man No Way Home came out, and that was the last one we did. And that was
Dude.
in mid-December. So like we did one, like, remember right before Spider-Man No Way Home, we did that build up to Spider-Man No Way Home where we were reviewing all the different Spider-Mans and cartoons and games, and then
Has it really been that long?
it's been almost a year. I can look up really quick.
I just want to show you something. I want to show you something.
Yeah, while he does that, I'm gonna look up the last day we had a Quips and Thwips.
Can you see that? My brother, Uncle Christmas, he sent me this. Can you see that? I'm not sure if you can see that. One second.
Oh, that's the poster.
Yeah, he gave it to me as a. Well, one second, my friends. I'm just going to put some light on the situation. Can you see that? It's the No Way Home portrait picture poster. My
Speaking of
brother
No Way
bought
Home,
it for me as my Christmas present.
That is very cool, man.
Thank you very
the
much.
last time we did this was December 19th of last year.
It's almost a full year, almost a 4 day show to be.
Full year since we've done this. It's almost been a full year since we've done Beards and Weirds. I mean, tits and clits. I mean,
Dude.
It's
Quips and
clits and
Thwips.
tits. Clits and tits, god damn it.
Fuck yeah, we got to do it. We got to do this like quarterly, man. I got to get on your channel more. I miss it. I fucking miss you guys.
I miss you too.
You know
I'm
what we
only
are?
here
We're always
once a
the best
year.
sitting in the chair over here. So I mean,
And I'm
Right on,
I'm
man.
only here for a
Hey,
few more days.
I'm still down for doing the weekly summit. Like I've if we ever set it up, and we don't have to we don't even have to do it weekly. We could do it like bi-weekly or monthly, or the weekly summit where just as many of us on no budget and NerdTube get together and just shoot the shit, just like this kind of. We pick topics and we just go.
So I'd be up for doing monthly because like I applied for a job and I have to reapply because like I kind of tied with somebody that we kind of tied evenly for the thing, and I was like, nah, I'm good. I'll just stick with what I'm doing, so I'm good. So yeah, let's do monthly summits, man, because yeah, I miss bullshitting with you guys. I kind of want to get back to that. So yeah, if you guys are
I'm
up for it, let's do
I'm
it. Just
all
bullshitting about geekdom.
I'm all about the buy, but I'm very happy to do it monthly too. I think it gives us enough time to gather up a lot of information and shit to talk about.
Sam is very much,
Yeah,
or I'm sorry, Xanta is very much about buy.
I was
yeah,
about to say
exactly,
that's
exactly,
TMI,
exactly.
man.
Yes, you know. But yes, I think a monthly discussion talking about what all the new shows that come in, all the old shows that end, and anything in between that we've seen, whether it be movies or miniseries or whatever. It gives us ample time to talk about it, you know. So yes, and I'm sorry, A Train, my friend. I'm very sorry, but yes, you have come at the wrong time. Your train has arrived late today, my friend.
I'll
So
catch us next
yes,
time, A Train. We'll be here for you, brother.
you like to do a Star Trek review with Vman, but like eventually, the Picard,
You
Pick
know what I'd
hard,
like?
maybe
pick hard.
Picard. You been watching Prodigy, Vman?
Have I what?
Prodigy, Star Trek Prodigy.
I I have. I've watched this season. It's a little slow paced for me, man. I mean, I've
Mm.
watched every one of it. I don't think the series is for me. Um, I'm not saying I hate it, but I just don't think it's for me. But I watch it because it's on. But I mean, it's not my go to Trek. What do you think of it,
Well,
though, man?
I'm glad it's almost over. Let's just say that. But the most recent episode wasn't too bad. We did a review for it earlier today. But it's 25-minute bites. It's just not enough. Like you need to make it like it needs to be proper episodes. Or like if it's going to
Yeah.
be 25 minutes, then keep it like Lower Decks where it's a short season. But 20 episodes, it's just ridiculous.
Well, that's
We're
the thing.
Um,
Like
18 episodes in.
with lower decks, I feel like I feel like I know the characters enough where the 20 some minutes it doesn't bother me because there's enough bang 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 bang. With this, I feel like nothing happens.
did you
So
see
at
this
the
week's
end of it,
episode? This
I
week's
haven't seen
episode, a
this
lot
week.
happened.
Yeah, I haven't seen this week's episode yet.
Okay, yeah, a lot happened this week, but I see what you're saying in previous episodes.
Yeah, it's just this whole half season. So forgive me. I when I say seasons, I meant this half season. Um, like everything leading up to them getting their uniforms and everything. I was like, you know what? I need to go back watch. And I was very excited for this half of the season. And the first episode of it, I was like, oh man, cool. When the station exploded and everything, I was like, man, this is going to be great. And everything after that just kind of fell flat because I feel like nothing really happened. Um, so I haven't watched this episode though. No, I haven't. So I will. I will though.
I just want to mention A-Train. Unfortunately, A-Train, I never got into Doom Patrol. It's just one series too many, and that one ended up being on the cutting room floor for me personally.
I mean, I
But
watched season 1 and half of season 2. I just have not gotten around to finishing season 2, and I think they're on season 4 now, aren't they? Like,
I don't know. But at the moment, I'll tell you what I am watching, and even then, I have to get myself back to watching it. Is Wednesday, the Adam Family show? I like to call it Wet Clits. Yes, it's okay. It's not
Sam's
great,
got
but
some
it's
naughty names.
yes, yes. And who's Zam, by the way? I'm Zanta.
You know
God
who
damn
Zam
it.
is. You know who he is.
I know who he is, but I'm not him.
I know you're not.
Okay. So yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
So anyway, yeah, so that's kind of it. I mean, that's Quips and Thwips for the year, apparently now. I mean, we this is the one and only
That's our
Quips and Thwips of the 2022. This is
that's
the
our
web exclusive.
That's our yearly. That's our yearly Thwips and Quips. That's
Yeah, right. So
You're
anyway,
damn right, A-Train, the fastest man in the world.
that's
Yes.
what she said. Um, so
Oh,
be
by the way, one more thing. Sorry, there's actually a spin-off of. You've been watching The Boys,
I,
Vman.
yeah, I have. I've watched it all, and I'm going to
There
watch
is
the spinoff.
the spin-off of The Boys. Oh, I can't wait for that. That's coming out early next year. I can't
Looks good.
wait. Because I love the fucking boys.
Yep.
It's one of my favorite. Cheeto doesn't like it because it's it's adult. You
oh
know,
God,
it's
you know what?
adult.
Yes, but I loved Peacemaker, but that's not adult. So, like
Okay, touche, my
I
friend.
mean, like I like Peacemaker. That is adult. I mean, like I just the boys is just it's just Dark Justice League, and it's done to
No, it's
death.
not Dark Justice
It
League
is
because
Dark
they
Justice
no
League.
because they are not they are not
Noir is
a
Batman
group.
without a cape.
No, but no, why is well?
Not
No,
really.
Batman
Not with
without a cape.
not with the hallucinations. Dude. No
no,
way.
no,
It
no,
is.
no, no, no,
You
no.
don't know
It's
what Bruce
different.
sees.
No, but they have no like Noir is like he's like he's
Touche.
manipulated. Like a lot of these guys, they don't have like a real sort of not identity, but I can't think of the word right now. But they have a
Secret
code or like a
identity.
no like like the Dark Justice League believed in their version of running the world, but these guys they just want to get paid. You know what I mean? They just want to make their money and have people fawn over them and stuff like that.
It's
You
it's a
know?
great it's a great take on corporate, like
Yeah,
how if all the superheroes existed in like the corporate world and
yeah.
everything,
They're
and how fucked
corrupt.
The
up it would be. Like, dude, I'd be
Capitalist
scared.
League of America.
Yeah, basically, like I'd be scared to death to live in that fucking world, man, because it's like you never know who's gonna burst through the door and rip your head off, and it's like that's probably how superheroes would be. Like we think it would be like Superman with truth, justice, and realistically, it would probably be more like Homelander, where it's like, man, he's gonna burn a hole through your head. Like it's scary as hell, and it's very realistic, or as realistic as could be with people with superpowers, like. I find it intriguing, the ideas that they present. But but anyway, guys, I have to head out.
I was
So
about
it
to
was
say,
good.
yeah, I think we're A Train. We're starting to wrap here. How could they be the Dark Justice League if they don't even get along with each other? They didn't get along. If you watch Crisis on Two Earths or whatever that animated movie was, they didn't get along there either. The Injustice Society or the Injustice League does not get along either in the Injustice game. So anyway, with that all being said, everybody, thank you very much for joining us here for our annual Quips and Thwips podcast. And maybe we'll do one next year. Who knows? But maybe we'll do the weekly summit. I want to do the weekly summit. I want to give
Yeah,
it a shot. Anyway,
Monthly summit.
well, or yeah, I'm sorry, monthly summit.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I would be down for that. I count me in.
we'll
I definitely will.
we'll do the weekly summit monthly.
Mm,
Dude,
I
that's the
like the
title of the
sound of that.
show. The monthly weekly summit. That's it. Yeah.
And I'll be there for December for sure, my friends.
You mean
See you next
January?
year, Xantha.
Oh yes.
All right,
Merry
everybody.
Christmas.
We'll catch you guys later. Have a good night.
Hi, hi,
Bye.
hi. Merry Christmas, my friend.